to give high potential flowers for hiring TV vets to kick off season 2. If you haven't seen the new episode tonight, we are going to debrief, spoiler alert, save, and come back for it later. Otherwise, stick around and get unready with me while we talk about high potential. Last week's episode had me a little bit afraid that I had forgotten the tone of the show, so I was glad to see them bring back the comedic moments tonight. I wanted to get this debrief up, so I need to do a second watch, and maybe I will go in on specific clips tomorrow. I definitely feel like they were trying to give us something with the framing coming up through the glass when we're looking at him under the table. I may or may not be scarred from 911 last season, and I also have to remember that this is a show that's on ABC, so we don't typically kill people just for the sake of killing them. Like, it needs to have an emotional impact on the story, and having Maya die wouldn't have had that impact for us. Plus, we already know there are going to be plenty of episodes where we're seeing dead bodies every week, but I actually wasn't thinking about her when we started the episode. Like, I forgot that she was important. Brandon had already locked in on the idea that we were starting something new, and I wasn't thinking that we were going to pick up on the car chase coming out of last episode, and somehow I just kind of forgotten that we were waiting to talk to this guy at the jail. Like, I should remember that, but I completely just... I do feel like the guest stars this week did a great job with what they were given. The characters probably could have been a little bit more fleshed out, and that would have given them more to play with, but for what they had and for what the story required, it was excellent. I do wonder who's sitting in the room trying to figure out all of the pieces that we're going to put in Morgan's brain in order to create all of these puzzles, because somebody in there is having to be like, well, there's this chess move, and what if we do this? And oh, okay, we have to prepare for this, and who's Googling the monkey, and how are we like picking all of these things? It works, and I love that it works, but I just love that there's somebody whose job is specifically to be like, hey, I found this random monkey, and this is what they do. Can we use this in the storyline for the show? I was worried for half a second when we got to the talent show because I was so excited for him. I was also just sitting there tearing up, proud of this little boy I've never met. I am excited to see more family moments because I feel like with shows like this, sometimes there's the tendency to keep it heavy, and we're doing a good job at balancing the levity and these family comedic moments and the things that really help us get through just all of the hard stuff every day. It's nice to see that they're finding ways to balance that with a procedural type show. Am I mad at seeing Mekhi Phifer on my screen? Absolutely not. That man is gorgeous. Do I think there's potential that this character will come back to haunt Morgan in the future? 100%. I do hope this season, because we'll have time for it, that we'll get more of Daphne and Oz, because I love them and I've liked them and other things that they've done, and I feel like there's so much potential to build out that story. Now that we have another 20 episodes, I'm excited to see how they balance all of it. There's more space to bring in other characters. There's more potential in what we can actually do and how we can develop these characters and emotionally connect with them. I feel like this season is going to be really good. I've been excited by the first 2 episodes so far, and I will be back again for another debrief next week.